Hello and welcome. It's Kylie Bertucci, Stamping Up demonstrator in Australia with you today. And we're going to have some really fun time crafting together for free. Freebies. How is everyone today? We've only got one comment so far. We're a little bit quiet today. We've got the beautiful Nicole Blowers here on her own. Welcome, Nicole. So good to see you here. Normally I see all of the hands pop up, so maybe there's been a time zone change somewhere, but usually it's a very different welcome. So I suddenly panicked. I was like, have I done the setup correctly? Am I live in the right place? Here we come. Everyone's coming in now. So good to see you all. We are going to be having a bit of fun today, and we're doing a bit of a creative little idea from Woe to Go for my custom cards for the month of February. Can you believe it's already February? Where did this go? When did this happen? So let me have a look here. My alarm, I still haven't turned that off. That would be a really good idea to turn off my alarm, wouldn't it? So let me just jump on in here. Oh, that doesn't actually look too bad. I thought it would reflect too much, but it's good. Okay. Oh, look, everyone's popping in now. Hello. Yes, it's a little bit different. We're changing things up. We're just trying a few different ideas because of the stamp sets are eventually going to be disappearing. Because I've got them stored in a different way, I won't be storing them in the cupboard. We're starting to sort of reorganise the Kallax in a different way. So we'll see how it all turns out. But yeah, thank you, Kerry. Do you have an unboxing to do? Do I have an unboxing to do? I think we did one last week, Megan. You might have missed it. I don't think we got anything. Oh, maybe we did get something new. But anyway, I'll wait until Bruno comes and joins us. If he joins us, he's very, very tired. I cannot believe how much we have been trying to squeeze into our life. Lots of cooking, lots of friends. But yes, we had friends visiting from Canada last week, and it was wonderful, so good. But we caught up with them quite a number of times during the week, which meant all our work sort of got put out of whack, which I love about Stampin' Up. I love that we have the flexibility to spend time with friends and family. Like my sister came as well. Yeah, it's just been a really, really busy time with visitors. We've got friends staying over on tomorrow night as well. So it's lovely. It's everything that we've ever wanted. But it's taking its toll. We're like, and it's time to cook again. Let's cook again. Let's do this, which is wonderful, but also very tiring. Now, let me dive on in here and show you what we're going to be playing with today. Everyone on the south side must be watching you lately. I went to Kmart, Garden City, and there were no 10-litre storage containers. Did you make sure you went? Because I noticed yesterday when we went there to Kmart for the 10-litre storage containers, they were in a different section to like the food storage. They were in like the laundry storage. And I said to Bruno, is this where you got it from? I would not have come here. I would have gone to the other storage section, not, the laundry. So I don't know if it was because of that, but it could be. We could blame who was our beautiful demonstrator that let us know about that amazing idea, Kelly Borg. We can blame Kelly. Kelly was the originator of the 10-litre container, and we thank Kelly for it immensely. Now, let us organise what we're going to do. So remember that the video class bundle for this month is using Nature Walk. So usually when we do, Jenny, good to see. Yes, we're doing very well. Busy but good, which is a nice thing. We're going to be doing Nature Walk, which is this is one of my absolute favourite sweets in the catalogue, this one. So we've got a bit of paper here that we can use. I'll bring it all out, what we've got available. So this one here is not the one that I want. It's this one here. So we've got all of this gorgeous paper here that I've pulled out, and we've also got this Natural Hues textured specialty paper as well that goes with this set. And in terms of dies, we've got these two here, Nature's Symphony, and they actually come with, what have we got here? Oh yes, we've got our beautiful Secret Sea ribbon. That is absolutely gorgeous, that ribbon, so we'll see if we can use that today. And these ones here, the faux bronze pentagons. So I think that's the whole kit and caboodle here. Let's just have a look online just to make sure I haven't missed anything, because Nature Walk, I think it's good for you to see the whole suite online as well. So if you live in Australia, this is the collection here. Absolutely gorgeous. So you can see here you've got the dies, you've got the stamp set, you've got that beautiful Secret Sea ribbon, you've got this amazing paper. Oh, gorgeous. Love, adore. I want to get more packs of this. I actually have to ask Bruna if we have another pack of this, because I have gone through quite a lot of this paper. And you can see the samples, absolutely gorgeous. So I had a really fun time working with this when it was the video class bundle. Now, is that the right one? Yes, it is. Yeah, when we did the video class bundle, yeah, this was absolutely gorgeous for me to use. I just was like, yes, 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 I know exactly what I'm doing. Yes, love the Nature's Walk Street suite. I was about to say Nature's Walk Street. Yes, we love that. Now, let us get some cardstock. So what I'm thinking of doing for the customer cards, whenever I do my customer cards, because we're doing bulk amounts, you have to be very mindful. And it would be the same as if you're doing, say, swaps for OnStage, or if you wanted to sort of, do some very simple cards. Like for me, Love It, Chop It is absolutely perfect when it comes to doing customer cards, but I like to still have some stamping and some layering. So it's all about making it simple enough that it can be replicated, 20 to 50 times, sometimes even more. So I have to be mindful of that. So when we look at this paper, one thing I notice about this paper is it's really gorgeous, but I feel like it's really gorgeous when it's all together. So not necessarily as individual entities, like it's still stunning, of course, but I felt like it just looked really good as a combo. So that got me thinking, how can I have more of the papers showing? And yeah, definitely thought to myself, I'm going to have to do a Scrappy strip card. But I thought I don't want to do the typical Scrappy strips where it's really thin, because again, that would be quite full on to do that many cards with Scrappy strips. So I'm thinking that the larger style Scrappy strips would be really good. So we'll show you how to do that. And then if I use these, I think I can bring in the ribbon, which would be nice, because I could do it on a layer, have a layer of the paper, have the ribbon, and maybe even, look, I don't want to cover too much of that Scrappy strip. That's the thing that you have to keep in mind too, is that when you're doing your sentiment or adding anything on, you want it to be the hero, because you've put all this work into the layering. So I probably would have something like You Make Me Smile, and maybe just a little layer of a couple of these. Actually, this one here would be perfect. But just remember, as soon as you start layering or adding, like that means we're going to have to cut this, 50 times. So as soon as you add something in, you're like, okay, do I really want to add that in, because it's going to be very full on? Sometimes what you could do, a little bit of a tricky way of doing it, is to cut this, and then as you can see from here, we could get 1, 2, 3, yeah, potentially 3 little sections of the tree from one cut. So that might be a better way to sort of have like a layer behind. So we'll have a look, we'll see what it looks like as we go along. And your guess is as good as mine how this is going to look. Because in typical Kylie form, we're literally crafting it on the go. And I know a lot of people like to have it all pre-organised when they do their videos. I would love to be that person, I really would, but I'm not. So you get to see all my creative ideas live, you get to see all my mistakes live, anything that I do, it's all real, IRL, in real life. Which I think, that's what sets my videos apart. So if you want perfection, you're in the wrong place. It ain't here. Which is good, because not a lot of us feel confident, not a lot of us feel like we can, come up with our own ideas. And it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. We feel a little bit like, oh, I don't think I could do that. But yes, we can. Once we learn the techniques, once we get the ideas, then we can run with it, right? We can go for it. Now, we've got, looking at paper, we've always got to look at, do I have enough of this card base? And I do have enough of the pretty peacock, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to have to be very, very mindful because there's not a whole lot there. So we're going to have to do an emergency pretty peacock paper and secret C as well. So usually you've got, so what have we got here? 24 sheets. So we've got 48 cards that we can make out of this one pack, which is good. So I might have this as the base, and then we can layer on the, actually maybe I can layer on basic white. That would be really nice to have that popping through as some colour. Let me think here, because there's so many beautiful colours here. I think it would look really good with a strong base. I do think this would look good. Even though we've got a lot of pretty peacock, let's have a little look here. I think I'd use that side, yes. Seeing you pivot when something doesn't work gives me hope and inspiration. That's all it is. It's just not giving up on yourself and going, yeah, let's just have a look at this. Or even like before you stick it down, just going, nah, don't really like that. I'm going to do something different. It's just, it gives you a lot of, I think hopefully that confidence and that freedom to know that you can trial and error and then once you work out exactly what you're doing, well, then, we're going to go ahead and make 20, 30, 40 of the same card, which, it's a fun way of making making sure that you use all this beautiful paper. We've got it here. Why not use it? I loved this sheet. Oh, that was so beautiful. I think I like that side better for a bit of a mix up. What's on this side? Ooh, I think I prefer the other side though for this card. So we'll do the same with that one. Yeah, it'd be nice to use that. Now I think I'm going to stick with that one. Good. So now that we've got all our papers, so it's this one, this one, this one, and definitely some of this one, just so that we can break up those colours. We don't have quite enough of that to use all of that. But potentially we could bring some of this in too, just to change it up a bit. Ooh. Yep, add some of that in. Good. And then these can go back in their little case. Now, I was thinking whether I could use some of the specialty paper. Oh, I put that in the specialty paper section. I was thinking whether I could use some of that, but maybe because we could actually add it to the strips, couldn't we? Let's have a look at the specialty paper. This is not a whole lot of it though. This is the only thing. I don't want to use a whole heap of it and then that's it, it's gone. So I think this is probably good if we decide to bring in some of the embellishments, but we'll see. We'll see if this sort of fits what we're looking for. But it is absolutely gorgeous, this paper. I did use it in my project for the video class bundle this month, and I really, really enjoyed it. Hello, Edelweiss. Yes, click and collect is good if you can't get something in store, because I'm sure they'll bring that 10 litre, because we saw it at our Kmart here in Perth yesterday. So I don't think it's going anywhere, which is good. And if for those of you that aren't sure what everyone's talking about, we did a reset and reorganise your craft room event together, and it went so well. We really, really, really enjoyed it. But during that event, we talked about storage for the clear cases, which is why I've changed the backdrop. So these are the new clear cases. And what we have now, thanks to Kelly Borg, I'll just put the front picture, but this is what we have now for our crafting, like for the cards. So they sit, and you can, someone even recommended getting like sticky base, like a rubber type base, and then yeah, you can have everything in there. So I've just got to put that little base in, and then they can all sit up nicely. Sometimes I've had something sort of sitting behind here just to keep them all sitting up like this, and then I've put everything in alphabetical order. So that's really helped me to keep myself organised. But eventually the idea is to fill it all. That's what I want to do. But yes, I think if I put something in the backdrop there, I do think that will help, which will be good. Actually, another thing to keep in mind, there's the pre-order at the moment too. And this is actually really gorgeous paper that comes with the pre-order that's come through. Do I have the name of it here? I think we even created a little sheet for it. Oh, maybe not actually, because I pulled that apart. So who knows where the name of it is. It's probably been lost in the vortex, but this is gorgeous. This is new natural ones that would go very, very nice with this suite as well. If you wanted to look at that, that's only a pre-order one though, so keep that in mind as soon as that comes out. Actually, what's the date today? When was it pre-order for? This is half the battle with me at the moment, is because we have so many people. I'm always going to happening now. I'm like, what is happening right now? I don't know. Yeah, it is for March, so yeah, it's next month that it comes out. So you'll be able to shop them then. Good. Let me get the name of it actually. We'll go back here. Shop online exclusive. So this is the beauty of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, is we're actually able to get brand new items early, and I love that. I love that we can get things earlier than everyone else. So if you have a bit of FOMO, then this month is the time to join, because there are so many beautiful new items that are available that we cannot wait to get our hands on. In fact, Megan was saying, do you have an unboxing? I think we may actually have something there that, because we bought quite a few of the new items. I was looking at the Barbecue Master. Have you seen the barbecue ones? So cool. But yeah, it's the Wood Grain Wonders is the new paper. So if you're wondering what that paper was that I just showed you, that's it there. Wood Grain Wonders, okay? So that's a really nice one to go with the paper that I just showed you, the Nature Walk. So keep that in mind, okay? FYI, I don't know whether I'll use it today. We'll see, but it's another little addition that I can add in if I want to. Now, let us start doing some chopping because we've got lots of chopping to do today. And got my trusty little trimmer to do some chopping. And then I'll tell you about our special while we're getting some chopping done. But there is a joining special this month that is absolutely amazing. So please, please, please keep it in mind. I'm going to do a standalone video to explain more about the stamp positioner tool, but you get that for free if you join this month. So we've already had a few take advantage of this amazing offer here in Australia. So if you're wanting a vibrant team of stampers, if you're wanting to join a really fun team, look no further because we're very fun. We are having such an amazing time together, and in fact, I think there's about 30 of us. Yeah, 30, all going to OnStage. Actually, I just thought maybe I can do it the other way because it is the customer cards. But I'll do one together that we do the normal way because it's good for photographs. Although we've been taking them flat lately. And I will get my glasses too because I keep going. I can't see anymore. It used to be I'd be fine with a bit of light, but no, not anymore. Does anyone else here lose their glasses? Oh, I'm always losing it. I've got a little pouch for it, so I did find both of them. Yes! We've got to have them, unfortunately. I'm at that age, but I like my green ones better. These ones are alright, but they're more readers. But my green ones go better with my outfit. I have to get readers in green, I think. I think that's the next pair of glasses that I have to organise for myself, which will be fun. Good morning, Megan. And thank you, Megan Lecornu, Wood Grain Wonders, DSP. Thank you for looking that up. We had the same idea. I couldn't read comments, so I was like, someone's saying, that was the main reason for glasses too, was to make sure I'm not missing any comments anywhere. And over on Facebook, who have we got over there? Well, we've got quite a few on Facebook today. Joan, we've got Grace and Judy. Yes, it's Friday here and they're freezing in Minnesota. And we've got Lisa Webster. Hello, Lisa. Bruno, I purchased a monthly subscription, but I can't remember what it was for. We'll look that up for you, Lisa. I'd say it would be for the video class bundle of the month, which is coming out very, very soon. If Bruno hasn't sent the video class bundle, it will be done today. Don't you worry about that. In fact, I'm pretty sure, maybe he hasn't actually, but yes, we'll get onto that ASAP for all of you. Like I said, we just had so many visitors this week that we just got so behind on so many things. And I do love that we are having more visitors than ever before, but we've got to find a way to not neglect our Stampin' Up work too much that, yeah, we don't have, because Bruno was actually doing so many late nights to sort of catch up with it all. Yeah, so that was a bit full on. Oh, yes, so the sourdough breads, can you believe? Because I'm trying to be, no, I'm not going to say trying to be good, because that's, no, I'm always good. I'm a good person, even if I eat my sourdough. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. So I cooked them at the worst possible time ever because I didn't eat any. I know, strength, right? But everyone else really enjoyed it, and they looked really good. Everyone was really happy. I dropped one off to a friend in the area whose son hasn't been well, and she sent me a photo. I said, "Do you mind sending me a photo of the inside just so that I can see if I cooked it okay?" And she sent through these. I'll just turn down the light here so that you can see it okay. So she sent me through these pictures. Let me see if I might be able to put it up a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. She goes, "So good. We need to make you a crown and you can be the bread queen." I don't think so. We've got someone in the area that literally makes this every day. But yes, I was very happy with the air bubbles there. A little bit less up the top, like the rise at the top. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, no gummy bottom. Normally I have like a little bit of, uncooked at the bottom. But yeah, I was really happy with how airy and how well cooked it looked. But yeah, and that's the top. So it was a little bit overcooked because, we were having so much fun crafting together. But I think, there was a lot of air and a lot of, but they ate it in one sitting, she said. She's like, it all went. And then the next day we had people sort of come over to the house and we ended up eating it together then as well. Well, I didn't, but I had my eggs. It's worth it, isn't it? It's worth it. It's worth it so I can lose it so that I can eat again. So I don't have to go shopping and buy new clothing. I can come on here and be like, "Oh no, look at my double chin forming." Tell you what, doing videos definitely helps motivate you to not put on too much weight. But I can make them again. It's it's no loss. I've got access to I'm going to freeze the starter, and or I can dry it out. But the friend of ours that owns the cafe here in Perth, they own Last Crumb, and I'm always asking, the owner, she's just the most amazing cook, and I'm always asking her for tips. So her husband said, "Yeah, freeze it. Lindsay freezes hers," and I'm like, "Genius! I was gonna dry mine." He's like, "Nah, just chuck in the freezer." I'm like, "That's the best. That's actually a lot easier than what I was gonna do." But yeah, I was very, very happy with it. But yesterday I attempted making Vegemite scrolls. That was my latest little trial. And again, I'm not eating bread, so I don't know why I'm cooking all this bread. Like, just literally trying to, tempt myself. But yeah, I felt pretty strong, but it's not the nicest smell to have in the house when you're not eating it. But I did this one here. It looks a bit ugly, but it smelled amazing. So it was Vegemite with cream cheese and bocconcini on top. So I put a little bocconcini because I didn't have any mozzarella. So they're like baby mozzarella really. And yeah, then you just pull apart and eat each one of those little scrolls that are in there. But yeah, that was fun. So I'll do that one again. Brenda was like, "Is there any left?" And I'm like, "No, I gave that to someone who's not well." He's like, "Okay." I said, "But I can make you your own one if you like." He's like, "No." He's trying to lose a little bit too. And bread just throws us out big time. Bread and sugar. They're the two culprits most of the time for me. And walk. I did some walking this week, which you'd be very proud of me for. I did a couple of walks because that's the biggest thing, is moving as well. Even just mentally, I think, just to see the sunlight and they say it helps with your circadian rhythm to get and see sun in the first half an hour that you wake up. And I can see the benefits in that for sure. Okay, we'll do that amount for now. So that's our customer card bases. Now with this, I'll just do a couple of them and fold them down. But what we're going to do is the what does Brenda call it? Scrappy strips. So if you haven't seen any of our Scrappy strips cardigan, I love Vegemite, but I cannot do Vegemite scrolls. How interesting. Some people have, yep, they know what they like, and you know what you like, Megan. I think this one, it will be interesting because I actually mixed the Vegemite with cream cheese, and because I don't know if it's the same as you, Megan, but I just sort of feel like sometimes it's a bit intense, the one at Baker's Delight. Like it's not mixed in right, because you've got to have a good amount of butter with Vegemite. So basically a good amount of fat, you know, a good amount of dairy to go with your Vegemite to sort of tone it down a bit. So I don't think this will be very strong in the Vegemite flavour, because it's more like a cream cheese mozzarella with a hint of Vegemite in there. Because, yeah, I did put a couple of tablespoons, but it was in a whole tub of cream cheese and mixed it, and then put it on the layer of the, the scroll. As kids, we used to have hot Vegemite drinks. Oh my goodness. Well, you would have never have had any ulcers, because it's the best. Honestly, if you ever have an ulcer, my mum used to grab some Vegemite and we'd all be like, no, no. And she'd put a glob of Vegemite on our ulcer, and gone within hours. Not even a day. It was like, healed. The ulcer is healed. It has disappeared from my mouth. I think it must be just the high salt content. Just even the ulcers are like, I'll go now. Fine. Goodbye. Okay. Looking good. I love doing these bulk cards. It's so fun. It feels so satisfying when you do this many cards all in one go. It's like epic, but amazing. Once we finish these, I'll show you the special for the month. I did some little graphics last night. Yeah, it really does work a treat, doesn't it? I mean, my mum eventually got some really, really bad ulcers for a while there. Like to the point where, yeah, she was in pain all the time. That's a gut problem. That's something you've got to go to the doctor and get fixed. But if it's just a, you know, here or there little ulcer, then yeah, it was great. Yeah, what's in Vegemite? Yeah, what is in Vegemite? It's basically a yeast extract. Yes, it sounds like it's some sort of terrible problem that women get. It's yeast extract, and basically they scrape the bottle or the barrel of all of this extract. I think it might even be like, yeah, I don't even know how they, look at my face, I'm like, I don't even really know how they make Vegemite. And I don't even know how they came up with it. I think from what I had heard was that it was basically they were making beer, and I think it was like the dregs at the bottom of the beer barrel. Maybe that's where it began. And they're like, yeah, let's try this as a spread. But let me find out. Maybe ChatGPT can tell us what where Vegemite came from and what it's made of. Ready? Because it's been around in Australia, honestly. It's like as old as Australia is, really. When was Vegemite created? What's it made of? And how was it invented? Because it's very strange. There is another thing called Marmite, and I never got into that. Brenna actually likes Marmite as much as Vegemite. And we really don't eat a lot of Vegemite. But when we were overseas in the Philippines for 6 months, we finished so many jars of Vegemite. It was crazy. It was quite nostalgic. Yeah. So we realized, yes, this is very cultural. This is a cultural identity, the Vegemite. So Vegemite was developed in 1922, first sold commercially in 1923, created in Melbourne by Fred Walker Company after World War One, when Australia could no longer import British Marmite. So it was like a Marmite alternative. I did not know that. Thank you, chat. And it says, what is it made of? Brewer's yeast extract left over from beer brewing. Thank you. I did have something right there. But it says it's mixed with salt, vegetable extracts, which is like onion, celery type flavors, malt extract, B vitamins, so B1, B2, B3, and folate. So basically, it's a concentrated savory yeast and salt umami flavorings. That's why it tastes salty, rich, and meaty, even though it's vegetarian. So it actually, you can use Vegemite in a lot of your, like as a stock if you wanted to. A lot of people don't realize it's a great stock. Personally, I haven't used it, but I really do think I need to add it a stock, and it probably would be good. I should actually get Bruno into it more because we've noticed here in Perth we get like swollen. The amount of heat that you're dealing with, particularly overnight, the body's got a lot of fluid issues and water retention issues because of the heat. And a lot of the doctors will say to have water with salt in it, like salt your water, and that will help you have electrolytes. So I wonder if having little, what you said, Megan, having Vegemite drinks might actually help with water retention. I might have to look that up. So there you go. How was it invented? Brewers had leftover yeast from beer production. Chemists autolyzed the yeast, let the enzymes break the cells down. This released glutamides and proteins, deep savory umami flavor. They blended it into a spreadable paste. There you go. Ah, amazing. Thank you for asking that question. Whoever asked that question, that was amazing. Yes, it looks like a chocolate, and that's what we do to fake out all of our American friends. And we're really sorry. We've done that a number of times when we've travelled overseas. We bring our Vegemite with us and go try this chocolate. And when you're expecting something sweet and you get something so highly savoury, like to the fact that it's like it tastes like a concentrate. So when we do it on our bread and butter here in Australia, we make sure there's a lot of butter and toasted bread. It's hot bread. You can have it on, of course, like a wrap or something like that. But we do a lot of butter and then a little spread of the Vegemite. Very minimal. Like a jar will last you so long. It was me. Sorry, Karen. We're very, very mean. I think we did it in Orlando. I think we had lots of Vegemite that we brought with us. It was so mean. Oh, Randy, we love you too. Miss you a lot. So thank you for jumping on. It's very important that you do your shift work though, so that you can buy more Stampin' Up supplies. These are very important things to do. Vegemite and green apple, amazing. But yeah, umami flavors are very, very popular now, and yeah, I never thought about Vegemite being umami, but it really is that flavor. And fantastic to put in as a stock, basically. You can add it to quite a lot of things. Like it would be an amazing base to soups. In fact, it would be beautiful, even in a spaghetti bolognese, to have that deep, rich umami flavour. So yeah, that's very interesting. Glad you asked. Now I'm going to think about maybe doing some Vegemite drinks for Bruno, see if it helps his swelling. We'll get a little bit of electrolytes into us. I'll Google, is Vegemite a good electrolyte alternative? Because it's got a lot of salt, but then it's also got your vitamin B, and so it's very, very good for you. Yeah, no. But you've got to do it the right way, okay? You've got to, hot butter, like hot toast with butter that melts, and then tiny little bit of scrapings of Vegemite, and yummy. It's like a salty, and then you can even put cheese on top, like some really nice Colby cheese or vintage cheese, and it's just like this like saltiness that adds to your bread. It's like a cheese salty sandwich. You can even put your tomatoes. Some people even put it with their avocado. They'll put a little bit underneath, then they put the avocado. Light spread, yeah. Bruno's like that too, lathers. I'm like little. But I think when you're first trying out, I think you've got to build up to the lather. So if I'm recommending it from a beginner's point of view. From a beginner's point of view, just tiny little scrapings, and then you can graduate to a Megan type thing where you lather it on and lick the knife. And Nicole, interesting, she does use it in her spaghetti and stews. Yeah, I'm going to have to start doing that. I think it'd be an amazing stock base. I've forgotten about doing that. Now, I'm just going to cut this down to, let's figure out what base we're going to do with our card templates. And then we can do some chopping and cutting for our next stage. So I think if we do, like I want it to be a nice size, not too big but not too small. So maybe Flirty Flamingo, because that's a good, like that'll be a nice layer that's different to our normal Poppy Parade. It has a good amount of space there, good amount of Scrappy. But remember, we're doing big scraps this time. We're not doing the small scraps, but I will show you what the small scraps look like too. Use it to make grape. Oh, that's a good idea. For grape, you could put it in with your, that'd be a great way to add that yummy saltiness to it. And my favourite lunch is cheese, Vegemite, tomato sandwiches on Vita-Weats. Yep, you can put it on your crackers. It is a fantastic spread. Very versatile. Aussies love it. There's a few that, are like, what's this big thing about this Vegemite? But, yeah, back in the day, you had to do what you had to do to get some health benefits. I'm sure they didn't have vitamin B on tap. But randomly, and I don't know how true it is, maybe someone can tell me, but I was doing a little bit of research on one of those cool podcast things, and they were talking about vitamin B. It works so well, some of the vitamins that you can get. I think that's a good size. It works so well that it can actually cause a big gain in weight. Like they're giving it to cows to help them put on weight quickly. And I was like, that's very interesting because I'm basically taking almost every vitamin B there is. So I need to talk to my doctor about this little thing and go, is this actually a thing? Like, does it actually put on weight? I'm very skeptical of the whole, grab some vitamins and you'll feel better. It's very important to actually get blood tests done and see what you're deficient in. Because I thought, oh yeah, it'll just, if you don't need it, your body just will, get rid of it. Apparently not. Apparently it can have some very dire consequences if you take vitamins you don't need. So the next time I'm at my doctor, I'm actually due for a blood test just to see what's going on, see how everything's, reacting in my body. But yeah, very important to know if you actually need it or not. Yeah, and I heard that too. Vitamin B is very good for stressed people because I thought, I'll take it because, it's seen so many benefits, but you can actually have too much of it. And it puts on weight. But don't quote me on it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional, so don't quote me on it. And it was just, some random podcast that who knows? Who even knows if they were a doctor or not? So you have to be very mindful of misinformation these days. So don't believe me, but it did get me thinking, like I do have to just be mindful what I'm actually taking because it may not necessarily be beneficial to take a lot of something. Yeah, that was a big eye-opener for me. So we'll do this one. Now this one I'll just chop it in half. Good morning, Sue. Watching from Sneek, the Netherlands. Miss Jenka, good to see you. Hi, Sue. Oh, it's good to see you all here. All our peeps, hey? Now, the Flirty Flamingo size, if I look at that, I just got to make sure it's bigger than that. And then I think if I do that size, can I do it on the other side? Isn't this cool? See, I can just see, is it going to be big enough to be able to do both sides? And yes, it will. Just instead of looking at the math, instead of having to divide, I just grab my little template there and go, yes, I can cut that in half. And then I can cut these and I will get a big enough amount, which is fantastic. Very handy. Now, remember we're doing bigger. I keep going to do smaller ones, but we're doing bigger ones, remember? We're doing mega scrappy strips. So we're only going to fit maybe, 2 or 3 pieces on here. But a deficiency in vitamin D may contribute. Interesting. Maybe actually it wasn't vitamin D, so this is why you should never listen to me. It was vitamin B. Check vitamin B. I think it was B. Yes, it was B. Thank you, Megan. You have helped me. Vitamin B was the one that I was having a lot. I think I was having like B1, B2. Because I should have thought of like B1 and B2. Does vitamin B put on weight? Oh no. Yeah, B. Yeah. Yeah. Don't know. It says no. Water retention, but yeah, I don't know which vitamin B can be very good to support energy. So I don't know. There's so many. This is why I'm so frustrated with online, right? That's why we've always got to go to our doctor, because there's like so many people with so many different ideas, and they come across as so educated, and who knows who they are, right? It's like, I haven't even seen your credentials. Where have you even worked? Are we going to be like looking up their name and seeing, are they currently a doctor? Where are they from? So yeah, we have to be very, very careful of misinformation these days. Check everything you read here. Anything to do with health especially. It's like there's so many conflicting weird ideas. And that is what makes everything so confusing when it comes to health. I think the key is understanding your body, knowing how you feel. Yep, exactly. Google doesn't have a medical license. Neither does ChatGPT. Yeah, that's why it's always good. Go to your GP. But even, for GPs, I really feel for them these days because of Google. But even for them, like they're having to do all their research through, the information they've been giving. And even, scientifically things keep changing too. Things that they thought were one thing and now another. So it's really important just to know your own body. And even if you go to a doctor and you're like, I'm not getting the help that I need, like keep changing until you get the scan or the whatever you need to get done to feel better in yourself. Because, they'll be like, yeah, your bloods are fine. Yeah, this is fine. But, if you know in yourself, you know yourself. Trust your gut. Trust your body. So I like doing a little bit of, I love my doctor. I love being able to go there and get things done. But I also know that it's really important to be holistic and look at the whole picture of your body. I love those videos where it says, I'm feeling really tired and I'm feeling really stressed. And they're like, yeah, I'm feeling really, really tired, really stressed. And then someone's like, have you drank water today? No. Did you sleep last night? No. Are you eating well? No. Have you done exercise? No. Usually that's a really good basis to us feeling okay. It's like, what are we eating? Are we drinking? Are we exercising? And are we sleeping? They're the best place to start. I loved that. I thought, that's so true. It's the basics that we keep forgetting to do. And then we're like taking all of these vitamins and wondering why we're not feeling better. I went to bed at 2 o'clock last night. I wonder why I'm not feeling the best. Every shift I hear Google says, yeah, and now ChatGPT says, oh, I feel so sorry for you all in the medical industry. It's very hard. And it's so hard to be like, yeah. And are they medically trained? But even, yeah, I did a little bit of nursing back in my day when I first came out of school. And, you know, the changes that have happened even since I was being trained, you know, they're constantly changing their views on certain things or things that work, and things work for some people, not others. So, you know, even for the medical industry, sometimes it can be a bit of a guessing game too. And a lot of things were not tested on women, you know. All these things that are happening now with mental health, ADHD, all of these sort of things that everyone's like, what, is there suddenly an explosion of like more ADHD or something? But it's just women were not diagnosed correctly because they can mask really well. And so, yeah, there's this whole epidemic of women that are finally, you know, in their 40s and 50s that are finding out that they had ADHD and had no idea because they weren't testing on women. Yeah, so it's a lot of things that they're still learning. What do you say? Give me more coffee. I've been amazing with coffee lately. I haven't actually had much coffee at all, which is so interesting for me. But I think because of the hot weather, I sort of don't, it's not as comforting as what it was when I was in Melbourne. Yeah, and trying to sort of drink a bit more water. But yeah, I haven't been craving it. What I do want to start drinking, and I really want to order some good quality green tea. I actually went on the website, went to order it, and then forgot to check out in the cart. But yeah, a nice green tea I think would be good. Some antioxidants will be very good for my body. Thank you for the reminder to drink some water. Yes, we have to remind ourselves. Got a cool new water bottle from Kmart because it was on sale yesterday. And I thought, yes, I will take that. And it's got like a little lid here. Oh, I actually didn't even know that existed. I have to tell you, Annette, because one of my friends got the same one. But if you prefer to sip rather than have the straw, you've got both. And it was $15. So good. Such a bargain. I did not know about that. I'll have to tell you, Annette. She'll be like, what? I bet you she didn't find it. But I prefer the straw, I've decided. I end up with like, what? Does anyone else end up with water everywhere? I'm like, why does this pour down my face every time I try to drink? How many cards are you going to make? You can make 20 cards with those strips. We're aiming for about 30 cards. So do I have enough, Miss Jenka? You weren't here for the beginning, but this is for customer cards. We're doing customer cards today, so yeah, hopefully we do have like 30 or 50 or something like that this month. If you live in Australia and you want one of these cards, this is how you can get one. You've seen the love that's gone into it, and we've done all of our folding. Someone over on Facebook said, how cool, what a cool way to fold all your cards, because I used my trimmer here to do all our card folding. But we've got all our bases. Yeah, I dribble water down my chin all the time. Like literally the minute I'm like, just go, it's like I suddenly realize I'm thirsty, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so thirsty, and I've got to like really drink quickly, and so then I just end up pouring it all over my chin because I am one of those people that forget to drink water. Yes, I know there's a few of us around, but yeah, I do actually need to set it up on my app, on my watch again, even though it was annoying. I'm like, stop telling me what to do. Stupid watch. I won't say her name because then she'll wake up and go, yes, yes, what do you want? I'm loving this. This is so fun. Oh, I've gone a little bit small. That's okay. We'll have a couple of small ones in there amongst some larger ones. We'll do a little mashup. That's actually a cool idea. Have a few strips that are smaller. Oh, I like this idea. Yeah, we're doing the mega strips and then a couple of little small ones. We'll do this one all small so that we can. This is the normal size I would do Scrappy strips. If you haven't seen Scrappy strips before, go and check it out. If you're really thirsty, drink ice water. Oh, that's a good idea. But then if you talk to the Chinese, you know, a lot of our friends have got, you know, they're amazing with all their natural remedies. Like seriously, I love it. But they actually drink room temperature water because they say that it shocks the body to drink cold water, and that's why they're always having like either warm or room temperature drinks, lots of teas. But who knows, right? I haven't felt shocked. I used to drink cold water all the time. I'm not sure that's done anything to me, but am I the judge? Can I be the judge here? Maybe it has done something. Oh, you're waiting for my flight from Brisbane. Oh, hello, Cheryl. So lovely to see you. Very excitement. So we've got OnStage happening very soon, the Stampin' Up event. And, you know, if you want to get involved with OnStage, oh my goodness, if you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you haven't been, you've got to go. You've got to go at least once in your life. I'll do this bigger now. You've got to go at least once because it is just the funnest, most amazing, amazing event. And it's over 3 days. We've got 30 of our crazy crafters coming. What's my phone telling me? Oh, notifications, calendar. What have we got? Oh, Shelley and Marcus are staying over. How exciting. Can't wait. I'm going to be cooking us a Greek feast. I've got a beautiful lamb. I normally do slow cooked lamb, but there was a sale on boneless rolled lamb. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let's do that. Let's give something a go because it was on sale. It was a very good price. And I'm like, sure, let's go with what is on sale. Because we've got to do that these days, right? We've all got to, you know, think about where our money's going, what we're spending it on. And then I'm going to do some, I've got chicken wings that I can do, but I may not do that tomorrow night because I actually ended up getting some chicken thighs, and I'm going to do some, I love the lemon, like Greek lemon chicken thighs. Oh, they're so delicious. And I marinate that with oregano, garlic, olive oil, and yeah, it's delicious and it's great. It's good, it's healthy. I can have that with some yummy salad, but for the rest of them, awesome, you know, I might even do some, I really like where you steam the broccoli and then fry it, like pan fry it with some pan fried almonds. Chef's kiss, so delicious. I had that with a drizzle of lemon oil. So yeah, healthy doesn't need to be, it doesn't mean it's boring. It doesn't have to just be boiled eggs. It can be something yummy. But I'll do some lemon potatoes for them so that they can have the full Greek experience. Because the lemon potatoes, if you've ever tried lemon potatoes, oh my goodness, they're so delicious. Your life will change, I'm telling you. You've got to look up lemon potatoes. If you live in Australia, look at Nagi's recipe. I always go to her recipe for lemon potatoes. Amazing. But yes. Oh, Wergie still looking for someone to share accommodation with. Yes. So look out for Wergie if someone's going to OnStage. And Nicole said, OnStage is awesome. Can someone take me in their suitcase? Oh, you're going to miss out. We'll miss you because it is just the funnest, most amazing, amazing event. Like, we just get to catch up with so many, and it's just it feels like a reunion. It really does. And I really want to get to know the Close to My Heart girls better, because they are making such a big impact in the Australian market, and I'm so grateful for them. I really want to tell them in person just how grateful we are for what they've done for the industry here in Australia, because we need to stay viable. We need to make sure that Stampin' Up stays around, and so it's really important that we have new ones coming in and selling and bringing in new customers, and it's just, really, really excited about getting to know those girls better too. And they did really well this year with their ranking, and I could not be happier for them. I really, really am excited for them. So, yeah, it's going to be great, and catch up with all our old friends that have been around for years. Do our swaps. We've got lots of swaps here that we want to hand out. We're going to use what we've got here on hand, things that we've done for online stamping retreat. So we've got some really cool, really amazing cards that we're going to be giving away as swaps, which will be fun. And I want to work on my team cards as well and do something special because we've got 30 from the team. And Brian Pilling is going to be there, so find out what staff members are going to be there, because it'd be nice to have cards for them. I always have like blank cards for DS. I'd love to give one to Claire Langsford. I don't know if Claire or Emma will be at our one. Catch up with your favourite crazies. And if you just keep in mind, if you go to OnStage and you're in Australia, like, please don't hesitate to come and say hello, particularly to Bruno and I. Like, we love meeting new people. At OnStage, we're ready to be interrupted during lunch. We're ready to be interrupted when I should be crafting. Like, for me, it's not even an interruption. It's like, no, we want to meet as many people as possible and get to know you. So, if you come to Sydney and you're at OnStage, please come and say hello. Like, don't be shy. We are not going to be like, what do you want? What you see on our videos is what you get when you're in person. It's the same, okay? Because we've met ones that we were like, oh, so excited about meeting. And sometimes it can be a little bit disappointing when the person that you thought was going to be a certain way isn't what you expect. So Brent and I worked very hard to make sure that, what you see is what you get. If I notice with Brenner that he's getting a bit overwhelmed because he's the introvert and I'm the extrovert, don't know if you knew that. You wouldn't guess it with Brenner though. It is a surprise because he can be very extroverted, but he gets very overwhelmed after a few days. It's a bit full on, people coming up. And I remember this one time when we were in Orlando, I looked at him and I'm like, he needs to eat and he needs a coffee. I could just tell, and we kept getting stopped, which we love. It's such a blessing, so good. But I remember saying to this demonstrator, yes, we can get a photo together, but Brenna's going to go. And I pushed him, and she's like, oh, but I want a photo with Brenna too. I'm like, no, you really don't want a photo with Brenna right now. Get one later, because he needs to go eat and he needs to go have a coffee. So he just sort of went off and went and got a coffee and ate somewhere where no one could see him, because it did get very, very overwhelming. I think that was probably the most overwhelming convention we'd been to, but we loved it. Like, it was so amazing. And my favourite thing is when I get asked for a photo in the toilet. That's the funniest one. So I'm pretty good now, and I say, you know what, let's go outside. Just let me wash my hands and let's go outside and we'll take a photo out there. So if you meet me in the toilet, let's just say, Do you mind if when we finish we can get a photo outside of the toilet? Yeah, it's a little bit less germy, better backdrop outside. So it's very random when that happens. Yeah, it's Bruno's job to do all our creativity at OnStage. It's so true. OnStage is going to be epic. It's going to be so much fun. Miss Jenka, I hope to run into you sometime at OnStage or an incentive trip. Then we can hug, chat, and swap. I cannot wait to. And honestly, that's exactly what we look forward to whenever we go to OnStage. That's exactly the order that I like to do, Miss Jenka. Hug, chat, and swap. I really love meeting you all, especially ones that are following us online. It's very special. It's yeah, it brings us all together, doesn't it? It's like, wow, we're all real people and we're all real friends, because we feel like that, right? We're all like, yeah, we're totally besties. Like, I know these people so well. It does feel like that, because it is that. Like, at the end of the day, it's true. That is the truth. We are all friends and we are good mates. So, yeah, please just come up like you're a friend and you're just saying hi. And tell me where you know me from, because sometimes I'm like this. How do I know this person? Just remind me. Yeah, I follow you on YouTube, or we talked one time at this event, and then I'll be like, yes, I remember now. Thank you. And even where you're from, because sometimes that can be like, oh, where do I know this person from? Now, looking at this, I don't know if I actually want to have white in the background, because that's going to be quite bright. So maybe if we do, I don't want this colour. Yes, we're going to make it happen, Miss Jenka. Yeah, it's 100%. You keep working towards that incentive trip and it will 100% happen. Now, I want to just show you this one here. Oh, that was a funny little jump. But this is the brand new Nature Walk, and I love this paper so much. I could not have the old colours that were here. They were like yellow and pink. I'm like, no, it's detracting from this beautiful, beautiful sneak peek image of these video classes that we've done. You get 12 video classes. 12. Yes, 12. And you only pay $22. Now, when you think about this, Stampin' Up! Have got amazing classes that they're offering now. I do believe Bruno was telling me that the price has reduced, which I'm very, very happy about. Let me just bring up their latest class that's coming up, which, 100% I think will be amazing. I'm not dissing the class in any way, any shape or form, merely just pointing out the value. So the Brushed with Beauty class was $53 here in Australia. That was the last one. The new one that's coming out has gone down to $44. That's the Lovely Blossom class. Now, the Lovely Blossom class, that's $44. You get access to one video class, one digital video, and it's going to make 3 projects using the Lovely Blossom suite. So just, wrap your head around that, peeps. I'm sure it's wonderful quality. I'm sure it's amazing. But you get 3 projects that you can make for $44. Or, alternatively, you could still do that. But alternatively, you could buy our class, which has 12 separate videos that you can just look at here and there, 12, for half the price. So you get, how many more do you get? 9. You get 9 extra classes, and these are made from top demonstrators from around the world. Like, we've got the amazing Erica Serwin, we've got the amazing Rose Coleman, Jackie Williams, Dina Riekow, Rachel Tessman. Like, Cheryl Miller is the most amazing designer. Michaela Tithridge has just joined us back again. And honestly, both Bruno and I were like, are you kidding me? When we saw her project, we're like, oh, like, it took our breath away. Wendy Lee, she's just like on fire. Sue, they've been absolutely like amazing. These designers, we've been together for a very long time. And in fact, Michaela left and came back. Sarah has just joined us. She's on the artisan design team. Incredible designer. So you are absolutely going to get the cream of the cream when you purchase this video class bundle. And the best thing about these videos is they last forever. There is no cutoff. You have them forever. It's the best. And I love the variety. Like Nicole said, I love the inspiration from the All-Star classes, because if I need to make a quick card, then you've got it there. However, my card this month is a massive fun fold card, something similar that I would do for online stamping retreat. And it's one of those cards that I've really wanted to conquer. I wanted to feel super confident. It's a massive pop-out style card. In fact, I'll give you the prototype that I made because I wanted to, oh, don't drop. Oh, of course it dropped. I'm like, stay. It popped off the desk. Come here, little one. Make sure I don't hurt my back as I'm climbing underneath here. You never know what can happen when you're almost 50. This is my prototype. You ready? And this is the cool thing about this class, and I've never done this before, but you can just swap it out for anything you like. And I worked really, really hard on this card this month because I wanted to bring you something that I know I wanted to tweak a little bit as well. I kind of like the ones online, but I didn't like the sizing. And I also wanted it to fit with overseas. I wanted it to be good for the imperial peeps like Canada and the US. So you ready for the prototype? This is the US one. So I've done it in the lemon lolly. That's my prototype one. And da-da! So I have done one that is a lot bigger than usual because all of the other ones, I don't know, they were just a bit insipid and I just didn't like them. So that, my friends, is going to be the prototype for the card this month. And the cool thing is once you learn how to do this, you can make this over and over again with any product. So the cards are really great for swapping out other products. If you don't have Nature Walk Sweet or Good, you can still purchase this and get a lot of amazing techniques, tips, ideas from the best in the business. Like, these girls are incredible at what they do, and they're right up there in, you know, top in the world. You know, Dina and Erica, they're always right up there. Rachel Tessman, you know, we're talking top 100 demonstrators in the world. But then we've also got, you know, Sue Vine, who's in our team. And, you know, she's been crafting for many, many years. She's never got to be on Artisan, and yet she's just the most talented, amazing designer, and we've just loved having her on the team. She's just so good. Yes, it's a mega version. So I really tweaked the sizing so that we could have the most amount of wow. So yeah, it's a really different style. So definitely check out this video class bundle. If you haven't done them before, you're missing out, people. $22 Australian. Bargain. 12 classes. 12 classes, unlimited access. It's the best. And you get a PDF on top of it with all of the supplies, and you also get to see the measurements in both anywhere in the world, so metric and imperial. So it's for everyone. You can be a demonstrator and get this. You can be a customer and get this. Anyone can get this. You don't even have to be into Stampin' Up and you can get this. So don't miss out. Product of the month, people. It's paper. Now, how are we feeling about this month's product of the month? Can I just say, the product of the month group, are all of you on it? I'm going to give you the link. There it is there. Charlotte, I've tried this fold before with minimal success. Yes, please try again, Nicole, because honestly, I've tried to make it as simple as possible. And yeah, I really, really, really like it. I'm the same. It stressed me out, that fold. And I just felt like I need to conquer it. I really want to conquer it. And yeah, so make sure you don't miss out on that one because, I've worked really hard because you know what I'm like with math. But I worked really hard to make it something that, yeah, it would be easy with the cardstock that we have. That I'm getting the full amount of the cardstock all the way across, so that it fits with each country as well. So yeah, make sure that you check that one out. You don't want to miss that bundle. It is chef's kiss. It's gorgeous. Now this one here, product of the month. This paper is absolutely stunning. Stunning. So if you spent over $125 this month, this is yours for only $9. I know. Now, in our product of the month group, and I should actually even have a look today, this morning I let 50 people into that group, and currently we're sitting at 2,000, over 2,000 people in that product of the month group. So I'm going to be doing a video very soon, especially when I get my paper. So we're sitting at 2,300 people. Every time I go in here, there's like, I've only just accepted people to go into that group. There's another 9 requests sitting there. It is going crazy. So if there's a group that you want to join at the moment, this is the group to join. And it's just a really great way to specifically see what people are doing with the product of the month group. And I really want to give Stampin' Up! Feedback from that group. So we're talking about what would we like in the future. What would we like in terms of the product of the month? And one thing that keeps coming up about the product of the month is to give us the ability to not just purchase one, but to continue to buy until it sells out. And I think that would be fantastic if Stampin' Up! Could bring that in where there's no restrictions. And that maybe we could earn, one every $125 or, something like that where we could actually do multiples. But yeah, I'm sure they'll tweak it as they go along because it's all new. But it would be great if it's similar to Celebration. It was like every $90 or every $180 you got something. So that would be fantastic because sometimes, my customers put in a little bit of a bigger order, and I think it would be great in terms of them being able to get multiples. If they want to get 2 packs of that paper, then they can. Because, we want to collect. We are collectors. So that is going to be my feedback for Stampin' Up! And hopefully, if some of you feel the same way, please let them know. Put it in the suggestion box, which used to be called the sandbox. Because we want multiples. We don't just want 1 pack. We're like, but I really like this paper and I want more of it. I can't just have 1 because then we won't cut it. We won't use it because then we're like, but it's so precious and there's only 1 of it. So I will explain that to Stampin' Up! How we work and what the issues behind just having 1 pack is. We need this extra pack, so it gives us permission to cut the first pack. Is that how we work? I think that's how we work. Yeah, release the restriction over a target month is over. Yes, and then, yeah, I love that. I love that, Charlotte. That's an excellent suggestion. So things like that, if we can put on the group. So you have the restriction the first month. Once that month is gone, then you can do multiple if you want to. I love it. That's great. But how they would do that, not so sure. But I do love the idea that you could get it in extra. I was about to say excrements, and we don't want an excrement here, but you can get them in increments of the amount. Every 125 get a freebie. I think that would be great too. And just a little reminder, session 2 is going to come up very quickly. So it is absolutely going to be amazing as usual. I've been looking at a few prototypes. There was one there that I'm sort of playing with in Lemon Lolly, and yeah, it's going to be interesting because I want it to work in both sizes. And one of the feedback that we got quite a lot from the survey was that we like the size, like not the biggest size, so having it the size of a normal card. So that's going to be really interesting. A lot of us are trying to work on that, and I'm sure Brunel will do a mega card. We still need a mega card in there, but we are working on trying to make it regular card size for all of you. But yeah, if you have any other feedback that you want to share with us in terms of OnStage, let us know. But this is going to be opening. The registration is going to come up really quickly, and for those that are registered on the wait list, you get a special deal that only people on the wait list get. So please go and check out the online stamping retreat wait list and put your name on that, because it is going to be, so it's May 2 and 3. So we're already looking at registration happening. I think it's going to be the 10th of April. So 9th and 10th, but yeah, mainly aim for the 10th of April because that is going to be absolutely epic. So in fact, it might even be, because I think we've got, oh no, it is the 10th of April, yes, because I wanted to do it on a Friday so that I can tell you all that it's open on my live, because that's perfect. Yeah, it is accepted, isn't it? Yeah, Bruno needs to do a mega card. That's just kind of his thing, isn't it? We expect it from Bruno. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, okay? So all of those little reminders that have come up. And I think the other thing, the last thing I wanted to share with you, I'm pretty sure I did a little info thing. Yes, I did. Oh, I'm such a good girl. What was I thinking last night? But there's the joining offer this month. So I will do a separate standalone video this afternoon on this. But it's just to let you know about the joining offer. This positioner tool is 100% by far the best positioning tool I have ever used. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I really loved the Misty more than the Stamparatus. I found the Stamparatus a bit clunky. I didn't like that I couldn't stamp it like in the hinge. I loved that there was a hinge, but it used to frustrate me to no end that I had a lot of space on the platform that I couldn't use. Some have asked me, like they're like, well, I've already got a Misty and I've already got a Stamparatus, would I need this tool? For me, it feels very different to the other positioning tools that I've ever used, and I feel like it's the best by far. All of them are fantastic. I'm not, dissing any of the other brands, and I'm really grateful for the owner of Misty, because she's the one that created this. This was her baby that she thought in her brain that there needs to be some sort of positioning tool. We used to, way back in the day, have what was called a Stampin', and it was very difficult to use that. It was nowhere near as good as this. Some have mentioned that they've seen other companies with this positioning tool. We mentioned it last time, but Stampin' Up! Would never do something that they didn't think, had legal checks and that it was all okay. I'm sure because in the past, the Stamparatus had to be pulled, but that was because of legal cases that came up afterwards. Now, this one here, even though other companies have it, there are a situation where someone can create an item and then they can license it to a lot of different companies to then use and brand and have within, the fact that it's got Stampin' Up! On the logo means that there's been some sort of, purchase or, legal things that happen behind the scenes that are none of our business. We don't have to worry about those things. So I've seen a few, I'm concerned about this, and we don't need to concern ourselves with these things. That's what Stampin' Up! Get paid the big bucks for. So just remember, Stampin' Up! Are going to bring out the best quality item that they can give us. And for me personally, if this has been, which, we have seen that other companies have got it, that gives me reassurance as well that others have used it and they like it. There's market research on it. It's not something that Stampin' Up! Has just come up with and they don't really know how it's going to go. So I'm really, really excited about this tool. And we have used it. We used it last week in our video, so you can have a look at me using it in real life for the very first time. And I was very, very impressed. I'm excited about this tool. So for me, doing videos, I love that it doesn't have a hinge because I would constantly hit things. If you are a crafter that doesn't have a lot of space on your desk, it is the best because you're just flipping the front over. And I'll show you here what I mean by not having a hinge. I'll just do a face down for you so that you can see what I see. But you can see having no hinge means this lifts off. Now, in my craft space here, like I've got something literally everywhere around my room. So right here's my drink bottle. Right here is this. Then I've got my cards here. Like you're not seeing everything that's literally surrounding every part of this tiny little space that I've got. So when I open the hinge, it's knocking this. My drink bottle goes over, my keyboard gets pressed, and then we suddenly end our live video. It pushes my little buttons here. You know, it was chaos. Literally every time I went to use my Stamparatus or my Misty during a video, I would get panicked. I'm like, I'm going to knock something over. I'm going to have to make space for it. Not with this little beauty. You literally just turn it over, get your ink on, turn it over, stamp. The best. So I'm really happy to have one that doesn't have a hinge. Thank you, Stamping Up. So yes, and it's just so easy to push. You can see here, it just pushes down with those little feet. But yeah, I'll do a little standalone video to show you where to go on that one. And there's already some videos out there, but it's always good to watch different people. Oh!
Sorry.
How to give me a fright. I'm like, I'm not expecting there to be a person here. Hello, Britta Bertucci. Do we have any more unboxing to do? Was there any Stampin' Up deliveries this week? I didn't think so. Megan felt that there was an unboxing to do. But I said, I think we've done all of our unboxing for now. We did order some more things though, didn't we? Yeah. They are coming, but they're not here today. But, you know, they're not available for purchase just yet, so that's okay. Hello, Bronwyn. Good to see you. Now, we're going to jump in and figure out what colour we're going to do for our little base here with all of our pieces. So I think it would be good to do... Good morning, sunshine. I love that. I think it would be really nice to do... I don't want vanilla. I don't want white. I feel white was too like, ooh, it was too in my face. So maybe, yes, I literally just picked it up. How did you know that? Although I don't, oh, actually, yes, I think this is it. Because I thought I wouldn't like it with that, but I think that's quite nice. I need to put up some pretty peacock. We've got some cardstock I need to add to our kit, our order, because I've used up a lot of the Secret C. And I'm opening lots of last packs. I like to have 2 extra packs other than the pack that I'm using. And I'm like, ah, we're depleting. By the way, for our lovely YouTube members, we will be going live after this again because this is what we do. We'll be finishing our customer cards together. But, so if you've got a kit or something like that, we'll be doing more of a chat. But for those of you that missed out last week, I will actually show you the class that we did. Oh my goodness, it was so cute. Did I get rid of the home screen? I think I did. But it was so adorable what we did last week. And I did it with our Crazy Crafters team. I'll show you the photo. It's so cute.
Is there any banana cake left?
No, they got handed out to sick ones. Very sorry. Katerina and
She needed
Gwen.
it.
Hey?
She needed it.
Yeah, she's not been well, poor little thing.
I'm having a cookie.
A cookie? I can get, there are boiled eggs there, if you'd like a boiled egg. I'm like, no, you do you. We don't need to take over other people. Look at this, isn't it the cutest? Oh my goodness. So this was the class that we did last week, the Cute as a Bug class. And actually I do need to make sure that I put a little update on the page about the measurements. But we had so much fun. Do you want to see it? I'm going to show you it because it's so cute. oh my goodness, look at this, people. So if you want access to this class, you still can. It's still available. It's nice and long. It does fit in a deal envelope. And Lisa Curcio would be really proud of me because I found a way to use the little ladybug. But the Cute as a Bug class, that's a suite that we have. But like I said, with all of our classes, this gives you an idea that you can use any paper, any product that you want. So even if you don't have Cute as a Bug, you know, you do need to be a member to be able to get access to this class. But we had so much fun together. It was very relaxed. Please don't, you know, expect a professional, you know, amazing manicured class. It's just, you know, typical Kylie class. But you can join our YouTube channel and get access to that because it was a lot of fun. Now we are going to cut this down to our flirty flamingo size. Yeah, it was so much fun. We really enjoyed that class. And I have Megan Lacornu. We all have Megan Lacornu to thank for that because she kept on me. She's like, you promised a Cute as a Bug class. So, yeah, when's it happening? And I was like, thank you very much, Megan Lacornu. She's my rah-rah reminder girl. And she makes sure that we get things done around here. So I'll just do 2 for now and then we'll have a look at how this looks with the layering. So we'll just do a little bit of an estimate here of what we're going to do. So it's going to be something like this. We'll see if I like the... Ooh, this one, we need a few longer pieces. I forgot about needing a couple of longer ones. Although if I change it to this direction, we should be safe. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I just want a little bit there just showing, so not too much. And it's going to be something like this. And if you wanted to, you don't have to necessarily all go in the one direction. And no, I'm not naming a band, but you can actually like come in this way as well. What else have we got here? Yeah, this one's good. So you can do something like this, where you have it in a couple of directions if you wanted to. And even like that. So Scrappy Strip can sort of take on its own little life form here. That has to be like so. Good morning, world. Welcome to the party. And you can see here, just having that one strip that's sort of a little bit thinner. Gorgeous. Love it. So yeah, you could do something like that. You can have it all in the one direction. And then, of course, we're going to stick it and then cut all of those edges. And, yeah, you can still use those other sides if you're using it in different ways. If you put adhesive strip on the card front, then you can put gold embossing for powder in the gaps. Well, I love this idea. But I really loved having that in the background. I don't necessarily want gold, but that's a very great idea for another time, but not for customer cards because I'm thinking about replicating it 40 times and I would eventually want to throw gold foil at the wall. But it would be gorgeous. So yeah, so just an idea of what you can do in terms of, yeah, little ideas. Yes, awesome idea, Megan. But I don't think I can do it with such a big amount of cards. So I'm going to keep this one really simple because we are doing so many, and just have them all just in a row here. Have some of the smaller ones just to, you know, break that up. Like so. But yeah, it would actually speed things up in terms of not having to glue every single one. Another thing that we could possibly do, because I'm thinking it's a great idea to just have all of it ready to go. But what possibly would have been a good idea is you could use your adhesive strips just to do like parts of, not the whole strip. But yeah, even then you wouldn't want it sort of flying off, because once you cut it down, yeah, I'll think of a different way, because it would be good to have something that's quick and easy where you're not just using glue the whole time. Yeah, something like that. That looks really, really, really hot. So we're going to cut that down. So all you're going to have is just the card front, and then we'll have the sentiment. We'll do the ribbon with some of them as well. I don't know if I'll have enough to do the whole lot. So the first orders of the month get the ribbon until I run out. So what we'll do, and you can even like line it up like this and then get the whole, ha ha ha, Kylie has a moment. Let's try this idea, because we all know we've got plenty of this. Let's try doing a bit of press and seal with this. Would this make life easier, or is it going to make it harder? We shall find out. This is the best way to find out things, right? Okay, so we're going to line it up all exactly where we want, because we're going to keep it that way. Because I was just thinking to myself, what would be an easy way to not have to pick up every strip, put glue, end up with glue everywhere, particularly when you do it in bulk. What's a good way of bulk gluing? Okay, that looks really good. I want it to be even Steven between each gap. And I really love the basic beige. I think it's just a little bit less full on than the basic white and the vanilla. Now we're going to lay this down, make sure I've got enough for all of this space. Oh, I did move that a little bit. That's the one thing you'd have to be mindful of. It wasn't even on the sticky side, that's why it moved. So it might feel like it's going to take a little bit of time to get this organised, but I think in the long run it will be less messy and better organised. Yes. So if you want to hang out with us, I'm going to be doing a lot more of the customer cards with our members, but I just want to finish this one with you today, and then we'll keep crafting together after this. So if you want a bit more of an epic crafting session today, maybe you've thought, you know what, I've got a bit of time today, or I want to do some crafting myself and I just want someone to sit with and do some crafting together and have a chat with others live, even if it's just for a bit of company. I know a lot of people these days, we want some company, but while we're in our pajamas. Now, let's make sure we get the sticky side down now. Very funny, Bruno Petrucci. It's just my first try, okay? So mean. Go back to bed. If you don't have something nice to say. Let me be my little scientist here. Because I've got so much of this beautiful paper that it's like, yeah, why not? So it seems pretty good. This one here, I'm just going to cut it down because it's quite flimsy. Where's my little snippy snips gone? Oh, actually, we were using it to cut your bag, weren't we, Bruno? snips lately, putting them back. But I remember we were trying to undo a bag. And, yeah. So, yeah, that looks very good. So, what we'll do is we'll lift this up, make sure that's grabbing everything. And then we can glue. Oh, my goodness. Look at that side. Never would have put those ones together. Wow, that's so interesting. Oh, we'll do that next time, hey? Look at that. That is beautiful. How crazy that you can get completely different look, and amazing that they all match. I would not have done that, but that is literally blown my mind. So what we can do here, because we know where we sort of want it to line up, so what we can do here is just, have a little idea of where our glue is going to go. I know, I like the reverse side better too. We're going to do that one next. We'll definitely plan the same one. Actually, I'll take a photo so that we remember which colours and which... do you do that? I love having a photo when I want a visual. I'm like, am I going to remember to do that? No, just take a photo. So yes, just line up, and I like that I can line up so that I don't have any edge bits, which is really cool. And then, yeah, just get your pencil, draw a little line. It's very rudimentary, but that's going to tell us exactly where we put our glue, because the edges are really important in Scrappy strips to make sure that you've got glue. But the problem that I always have with Scrappy strips is I end up with glue everywhere. Like, it drives me insane. Oops, no one will see that. It'll be covered. So now what I can do is get my Tombow glue. I know, isn't it so good? I love that Stampin' Up have done this for us. They've done all the hard work. So I can see here exactly where the edge of our card is. Now, I think I can see, yes, a little bit here, here. So I'm just getting my edging done. And this is going, even though it's a little bit extra work, it's going to save me so much frustration with mess, because Scrappy strip does get very messy. So there we go. There's a little section. And the best thing is I've been able to line it up so that I know that even the corners are covered, because sometimes, yeah, depending on where you stuck it down, it did change. Like, sometimes a bit could fall off because, you haven't put glue in that specific little corner. But this is guaranteeing that all the bits that need the glue are getting a good amount of glue. Just a nice thin line there. Brenna's always making fun of how much Tombow glue I use. Well, you know what I say to that, Brenna? You do you, all right? Although they do bow a bit, so he does have a point. My cards are like, why is that so bowed? So yeah, be mindful how much you use, because it does warp the cardstock if you use too much. Okay, and then I'll use the piece that we got here and just line that up like so. And that is happy days. Now, if you did want to, you could cut through your press and seal, but I can keep using this over and over again. So Tombow is the best. So, can't believe the other side. I never ever would have put that together. So thank you, press and seal. You have shown me a different side to this paper. And look at that. Now what we can do, because we know we don't have any glue that's come out from the edging, like we've done all the edging, now I can actually use my trimmer, which is the best way to clean up your base. But usually I've got glue all over the place and can't do that. But look at this. Ta-da! I could go in a little bit more. I'll use snips for that side just so it won't fray it. Just so we don't muck it up. But if we line that up like so, so it has to be like almost into the actual, yeah, that's better. So you're going to end up with lots of these little scrap pieces, but one of our team members, I think it was Janelle Duggan that did it, and she basically created her own like mosaic card with all of these leftover bits of the Scrappy strip, and it was such a good card. It's got a little bit of extra on the other side, but yeah, I think you'll eventually be able to gauge exactly where you need to go to cut it. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Ta-da! Oh, Jessie Scott's in the house. I was like, hello. Yeah, even seal would be good. But I don't know. I love my Tombow glue. I tend to fight with my seal. Bruno, for whatever reason, maybe it's because he's left-handed, but he can do that, which good for you. And I just find I can't get right to the edge with the seal. Like, I don't know what it is about Bruno's technique, but I've never learnt it. But I love Tombow. Tombow is just my glue of choice, and I feel confident. And yeah, love it. Love it, shove it. Now, oh my goodness. How gorgeous does this look, everyone? Oh my goodness. Now, I am going to cut this down a little bit because it is annoying me, even though it's just a tiny little whisper over. I can tell. But yeah, you would get used to where to place it on the trimmer. I'm sure I'm going to get used to it after my 50th one today. Customer cards. But this is how much we love our customers. This is the effort we'll go to make sure that they have something gorgeous from us. Now, what we can do here, and we'll work it out what we're going to do, because like I said at the beginning, when you make something this beautiful, you don't want to cover too much of that beautiful piece there. So I was thinking that we could do a sentiment, the hello friend, and then we were going to bring in some ribbon, but I don't know if it's actually going to go with this, because I feel like this is kind of its own little entity. The only way that could possibly work, I think, is if we had something like this, and you could see the ribbon sort of sitting over the top like that. And it could be that the ribbon's just like a little bit smaller, because you can see it just disappears on the card front. It's not sort of, it doesn't have that pop of colour. But yeah, you could have something like that, and then your sentiment. So let's grab our sentiment out, and we've also got these really nice dies here as well. This one, actually we set this one here, didn't we? Let's just cut that one. We can cut a few of them just to see what they look like, but they're really, really gorgeous, these ones. And so if I was to put a colour on here, I think it would actually be quite nice to do, yeah, maybe something in the paper. And that's light enough that it's going to show up on there. Let's just give that a go. Let's not overthink it, people. And I'm going to cut that down so that we can go there, please. Yeah, the colours are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Oh, stunza, as Jessie would say. Going to fit in this guy. I think it might actually. Yes. I love it when I can use my little mini. Do it this way. And remember, we can cut this down so we don't have to use the whole thing. Like we could put the sentiment in front, but I'm just sort of, I like to, you know, create by pulling it out and then seeing what it looks like and putting it up against the card. It gives me sort of more of an idea of what I want to do next. So we've got that. We might do the whole thing, but we'll see, because that's, you know, a lot of chopping if I'm going to do it 50 times. You've got to keep these things in mind when you're doing customer cards. And it's not that I don't love our customers. It's just it's got to make sense, because, you know, we're busy people, aren't we? We've got lots we want to organise. I've got to start thinking about what I'm doing for the next online stamping retreat so that we can wow you again. There's creativity to happen. Cute. Love it. And it's good because it can use some of these bits, the spaces. And even this piece here, like you could use the background piece here for something else if you wanted to. Up to you completely. Now, let's pop you back and let's see what we've got here to play with. So, to do this front section here, like I said, I didn't want to really cover too much of this. I want it to still be a highlight. I really, really like this paper. Have we got any more of this paper, or did I chop it all down for... Actually, Bruno, do we have any more of this paper? Is it getting ordered? No, these aren't swaps. These are customer cards. But I think we're not going to do swaps because we've got plenty of cards here for OnStage. Good question, Jessie Scott. But we also are going to be doing special ones for the team. So I will be doing cards for the team. That's my goal. And yeah, so that would be really nice. And it may be that we do this for our team because these are so beautiful. So yeah, prepare to be surprised, crazy crafters. You are going to love your card that you get from us. You love, love, love this. Jessie's like, is this the card that you're bringing to OnStage? I love it. It really is nice. Now, should we do I like your lots? I love your smile. I think I might do this one actually. I like your lots. I feel like it's a very cool stamp, and it's not sort of like in your way, and I like that it's like a strip. So I think that one will be good. And we can use our positioner tool for this one just to show you when we do like multiple stamping. Oh, good on you, cat on you, Jess. Yes. Now we've got our positioner tool here. Where did I put you, little one? I think I put you back. Yes, there you are. Underneath all the paper. Oh, no. You're not there. You're not there. You're not there. You're not there. Where did you go? It's just, oh, there it is. Okay. It's underneath the pile of press and seal and card templates and other things over here. Cardstock. Thank you. Hello, little one. Welcome to the party. Welcome to our Scrappy Strip party. Now, what we're going to do here, I feel personally that this will be really good to do with the other little piece that comes with the tool. And it's this little one here. And we've got the paper that comes with it as well, which is amazing. Now, let me just pop some things over here, some cardstock that can move over. Yes, you can come over here too. Card templates, you can just pop yourselves back in the drawer. Because we did the flirty flamingo size, remember? Just keep that in mind, everyone. Okay, that feels a little bit less claustrophobic. Very quickly, this desk just becomes like this big dumping ground of paper and cardstock. Before you know it, you blink your eyes and there you go. Things everywhere. Okay, that's good. Fantastic. Now, what we'll do, take that one off. That can go on the side there. And this one here, what we're going to do, because we can move across this way, I think I will actually have it sitting like this, and then we can move across that way, which will give us, more flexibility to go down the page. Because it doesn't have to, like it's not going to move down, it's only going to move across. And I think, for me, it just visually makes sense that I do them like this. So you just sort of gauge where you want your paper to go. We've got our magnets, so that can keep it all in line. Megan, I'm still watching. You're on the big screen while I do some ironing. I love this for you, Megan Lakotu. Well done. We can do hard things. And I love facilitating people doing hard things. Oh, yes, that's right. These little 2 holes there on that side. So, if there's something you've been avoiding, I'm here to facilitate it. We're here to chat and keep you entertained while you get hard things done. Maybe you need to unpack your dishwasher. Maybe there's some cooking that you need to get done. Now, I love the fact that I can go right up against here, because looking at this grid, I could possibly bring this or swap this paper around and then be able to fit it on the other side as well. So what I'll do, I'll even go a little bit closer, and that will mean that we can fill like all this, both sides with this, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is just pick this up and just remember that we're at the just below the 8 inches there, okay? Because I want to put embossing powder all over this. But first we'll just grab this. I've gone to the, just below the 8. You can swap this and do, this is inches here, but it's imperial on the other side. But you get what I mean. 7 and, how many eighths is it? 7 7/8 of an inch it's sitting at. Grab that, and that's going to lift up, okay? Now, we'll get our embossing friends here and get all of this ready. I'm just going to put lots and lots of embossing buddy all over this, because I don't want any static affecting the embossing powder. And it really does make a difference. I know I used to be one of those skeptical people that'd be like, what on earth? Ah, we got a member. Crystal. Welcome, Crystal. We'll get to do some more crafting together this afternoon, which will be lovely. In our little members only group. So everyone that's got a little icon, like a little coffee cup, you are all our beautiful members that, you go through YouTube and get that subscription. Can you craft all day? I have so much to do. Well, pretty much I will be crafting most of the day. By the time I get all my customer cards done, that's the goal for today, get our February customer card sorted. So yeah, you may get what you wish for, Megan. Either that or we'll move to cooking. Although I don't have to do a lot of cooking actually. I've done lots of yummy things this week. Feta filo pie and lots of really yummy, delicious things. So what we're going to do, we've got our little stamp there. So we can stamp this way where we push down and use the little gauge here, which is fantastic. I love it. I love that we could just, bring it over like so. That was actually really good that way. And then you're going to bring it back over here, hook it on, and do your stamping. And so it'll be really interesting because this whole thing goes down, right? So I didn't use magnets because I don't really necessarily have to have it to stay in that one spot. And if I really wanted to, I could even move the paper up. Like I don't have to move along if I don't want to. I can just keep moving to exactly where I want it to go so that I'm making the most of that paper and then I'm not having to move the hinge at all. But yeah, up to you how you want to use it. But I'll get into a little rhythm of things. And it's like, is that, because I'm going to cut around it, is that giving me enough space? Yes. So you get to see it all. I also get to see if I like the image, I can hold this. I love the image, great, then I can move on to the next one. So I'll probably just do a few of these because you don't sort of want your Versamark to wear out. But I don't know how long it is before you start losing your Versamark stickiness. But yeah, I've found that it's been, that it lasts pretty good. If you're scared, you can push it again. Look at that. I think we'll push it to one more, okay? And I think it will be interesting to see what this first one is like, whether it wears out quickly or not. Make sure you've got a nicely inked Versamark. And just remember that eventually you are going to need to get a whole new one because, it's not always going to stay sticky. I feel like I'm writing on a chalkboard. I like you lots. I like you lots. Honestly, this tool keeps surprising me, like continually. The fact that I can come out, because the thing that even for me in my head, I'm like, oh, I can't move my paper because I'm so used to being stuck inside the tool. But the fact I'm like, oh, I can actually push my paper out. Like there's things I'm learning all the time that I'm like, yes, you can't do that in the Stamparatus or the Misty. You can't move it along like I did just then. So in some ways, it's great to have the move along, but in some ways you don't actually need it because you can just move your paper. Bruno even showed me that. He's like, oh, you could have just like flipped your paper around. So when we do the other side, I can still keep the stamp set exactly where it is, but just turn this around and do this other side. Like, so good. Now, good question. Do you know when demonstrators can buy the positioner again? I forgot to order it when demonstrators could. So I think that I don't actually know if demonstrators can still get it now. I have to look at that. I don't know if that was like a limited time that you could pre-order it. I don't know if the pre-order's still happening, whether it stopped when the joining offer happened, but I'll have a look for you. Or someone else in the comments can let us know. Can you still purchase it as a demonstrator? So I think that's the only way to get it at the moment is pre-order as a demonstrator or to join. So for all our beautiful customers out there, you've got two options: to join or wait. So pre-order went till the 2nd of Feb, so it's already run out. So that's very, very sad, but I don't think it will be that far away. But it came very, very quickly, didn't it? Yeah. I would have been one of those people if I didn't have a Bruno. It would have been like, I mean, it was just great that we saw it the very first night. We're like, oh, quick, let's grab this straight away. But yeah, it was very, very fast how quickly that pre-order happened. Yeah, thank you everyone for clarifying that. Now, do the next. They came up good, didn't they? Even that front one. So we know we can do 4. So let's try doing 5. Let's do the next one. Let's see how many we can push out before it affects the quality of the Versamark. These are all very important questions that we have to ask ourselves. How many of these can I do in a row before the ink runs out or doesn't, like, you know, grab the embossing powder as well? I love that you can move this, honestly, the paper. And, like, this is so cool that I can just grab this. La, la, la. Like, none of this flipping over awkwardness, putting it on a CD case. Like, no, none of that. Honestly, for my brain and the way that I work with my crafting, thank you, Stampin' Up. This is just the best. It works so good for my brain and makes me feel so confident. And even if you do get ink, like I can see some ink here in the background, even if you do get some ink on it, it's not going to come onto your, yeah, it's not going anywhere, which is brilliant. So let's just do this, push this up. So for multiple stamping, it's just really, really handy. I've still kept it in play, but you know, you've still got these beautiful magnets here that you can use, and these magnets, you can interlock them and they're not going to snap on you. They've got the little grabby things. If it doesn't have a little tail, like a little grabbing tail, it's because you've got it the wrong way up. So the little tails enable you to grab it really easy, honestly. And then the best thing is that it also doesn't get in the way of your stamping. So you can have it right up next to your stamping and it's not going to actually affect your stamping because it's just the perfect thinness so that it doesn't get in the way. Yeah. So paper hugs design. Got to say, I wasn't going to buy the stamp positioner. Heck, I have the Misty, the Stamparatus, and the stamp wheel. However, this is really a game changer, honestly. Really, honestly, it really is very different to anything we've had before. And I was the same. I was skeptical. I'm like, oh, do we need another one? The other ones are good. But no, this has really genuinely changed a lot of things for me. And I really, really like all of the design that's gone into it. It's been really thoughtful. Now this bit here is a little bit, like I could feel the magnet, but it's come up good. So I could feel it pushing here when I was pushing down. But yeah, the stamp, it hasn't affected the stamping at all, so that's good. I love that. Jessie's the same. Yeah. So no, it does have a place, and I think that sometimes, you know, new things come out and they do actually make life easier in certain circumstances. Like it's still going to do all the other things that we want it to do. So you can see here at the 5th mark, it's sort of starting to come, you know, a little bit grainy, but we'll see how it comes up when we stamp. And I did have a little bit of a break in between, so I think we could push it to 5 if I didn't talk. But is that possible? Yeah, I don't really know. And actually, because this is plastic, hard plastic, I don't think it would be an issue even doing my heat setting on here, because that's always something I get worried about with the foam, like on the Misty with the foam. So I had a little bit of a thing there, but that's actually come up really good. So we can do 5 in a row. Little bit, like a little bit glitchy, but yeah, I think maybe 4 will be safer. So I'll just bring these down this side so it doesn't get in the way of any stamping. And we've got our little thing. We'll do the whole row together. Why not? So we'll bring this right up to where it needs to go. Whee! We can line it up. La la la. That is actually crazy. Like, to see it, where it's going to go, that has blown my mind. Like, really genuinely has blown my mind. Because now we can be like, move, 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 exactly where we need it to go. And that is not something you can do with the hinge. No, this is not possible. So this is like revolutionary for all of us. And I love it. I'm here for it. Yep, looks good. And even just to la la la, step straight on here. I want to cry. I feel like I'm going to be stamping on this more than anything else now. Hello, Tess. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? We're making our customer cards of the month, and I'm showing the new stamp positioner tool. And we've all of our brains have just been like, because we just can't believe how amazing it is. We're like, oh my goodness, we can move the paper. We've never been able to move the paper before. We're always stuck in that square. And now we can just, look at the measurements, look at where we're stamping from. And we can bring our little tool over here, pop it back on, move across. And I just love the footprint, like how small a space I need to use this, because that used to be always the stress when I brought it out. I'm like, I want to use this, but I'm feeling anxiety because I'm going to have to move everything around my craft space in order to be able to use the hinge and knock something over. I'm pretty sure the video that we did where I knocked over the coffee, I think that could have been a hinge accident. Okay, let's do that. Now you've converted me. I think I've converted myself, really. I was like, oh, hang on. I don't need to use the hinge. I can just move along. Too funny. You get into like a mindset of what you're meant to do, and it's like, actually, no, I can move this. I think it even shocked me. I think I should have put a little bit more of the embossing powder, our little static remover. Move those out of the way. Because that was one thing, even with the Stamparatus, like, you had the hinge, but I didn't actually like where the hinge went. I found it was too big, the space in between, and so that used to frustrate me, because I'm like, no, I could have got closer than that, but it was just too difficult to move it and use the grid and the lining up. But now it's like, yeah, I can just line it up wherever I want it to go. And you can use that little hinge bit here, but I'm more inclined to, do that. So Diana said, why are you moving the paper and not the positioner? So that, that's exactly what I was saying. If, for instance, so let's say here, we just use the positioner and we keep everything as it is, keep it there, and then use the positioner. So we're going to go like this. So let's see the difference, like how much cardstock are we going to, not use. So I've been able to come up right next to where I need to cut. And if we go to the next one, so we're already halfway through here. Then we move to here. We've missed one entirely. Then we go to the next one. Yep, we're all at 1.5, so we've almost missed another one. Yep, we're halfway through one, missed one. So you're just not getting as much, like we're not getting as many if we use the hinge. Whereas if we move the paper, I'm moving it to exactly where I know, because I know that I'm not using a die, and I'm cutting these out by hand, so I can go closer if I want to. Like, I've got more freedom to put it where I want it to go. So I hope that helps explain that reasoning. And I love that you can move the paper. Like, before we couldn't move the paper, right? It's like we never thought of moving this because we couldn't. It was in a contained space. Whereas now it's like, there is an ability to use to move it over, but in some instances, I think I'd rather move the paper. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. And muck around, moving it to the next. But, there is an option there if you want to do it that way, but it's not necessary. So, there's a little bit about and every time I use it, honestly, I find something new that I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, that is different. That's different to what I've done before. Because a few people have asked me, like, would you get it if you've already got the others? And I genuinely couldn't answer. I was like, oh, look, for me, it's more the hinge that I think made a difference. But now the more that I use it, the more I'm like, no, this is actually next level. This is something you definitely want. And if you don't have it, you will be very upset the next time you use your other machine, your other ones. You'll be like, oh, Kylie can move her paper and I can't move my paper. Now I've got FOMO. I'm wishing I had it. So actually I should leave that on there because we're going to be using that again in our next one. So if I just do this and this, and we line it up exactly what it was before, because then I'm going to be using it. So remember I said it was at 7 7/8, but I can just do that, put that on there, put it over the top, move your little magnet out of the way, and then just collect it, and then know that it's exactly where I want it to be. It's this side. I keep going to put the feet in there, but it's these little holes here. I'm like, why are you not going in there? So now that's grabbed, and then I know it's ready for the next time, because when I flip it, if we have a look here and make sure, yep, there's plenty of room for me to be able to do both sides. So I can just flip this paper and then do the whole other side of this. So amazing. Because Brenna said to me the other week, he's like, oh, I don't know why you moved the stamp. You could have just, moved your paper, but I feel like I'm not used to doing that because of the other types of positioning tools. I never really thought of moving my paper. Okay, so we just need one for now, but the others I'll do during our members catch up so that Megan can get all her housework done. Get her ironing done. Good job, Megan. You iron those shirts. I'm very curious though, what exactly do you iron these days? I make sure that I get clothing that I don't have to iron anymore. Some of Bruno's shirts we have to do, but we just hang them. As soon as we wash them, we put them on a hanger, and they're usually pretty good. We don't have to iron them then. They kind of just, heat set the crinkles out. No crinkles for you. I did get a new dress the other day and it was a bit crinkly, so I did iron it, which I was pretty impressed about. But it's very rare. Normally just wash, hang, and it's all good to go. I like you lots. So we've got this. I'm going to raise this up. We're going to put this on because I just absolutely love it. And we're going to put this and some embellishments. And I think that is going to be an absolutely gorgeous customer card for the month. What do you think? Thumbs up? Do I get a clap for that? Thank you. Thank you for your help, everyone. I actually don't buy things that need ironing. That's right, it's a deal breaker. No deal. What, ironing? No. That's not happening. Not happening. No. Oh, look at that side too. Oh, so beautiful. But I do like this side because it's cut better. So we'll put some, and I think when I do a few more of these, I'll definitely remember to put my adhesive sheets before I cut it, because that will make life a lot easier than having to stick this down. So you can see, you know, the dies, the stamp set, they've all done the work for us. You know, the big thing is getting the beautiful background done. And then these beautiful dies here do all the work. We've still kept a lot of beautiful space, and yeah, then just put this on top like so. Oh, gorgeous. I love Bruno. I just looked at the time. Yes, it's a 2 hour and 21 minute YouTube. But, you know, we're all used to that. I like to give you lots of free content. But if you want more, there is more. You don't have to miss out if you can't do the paid content, but it's only $4.99, I think it is, a month, Australian, which, yeah, so good. I'm so glad. Thank you, Bruno. I think it looks really good too. Got my markers above me. Yeah, very happy with it. Now, I probably should use, Bruno's got adhesive sheets that are really good for when you do big backgrounds like this. It's just easier. You can just cut them down. But usually when I'm doing background, I like to have all of my corners, the middle, and then I just do two so that there's no saggy bums. Chatty Kylie today. That's right. I'm always chatty Kylie. There's just chatty and chattier. Chatty and more chatty. There we go. Oh, I'm loving that Secret C card base. Look at it. Gorgeous. And I wonder, what do you reckon about doing this as an inside? Because I do have a fair bit of basic beige there, and I do want to use it. And I think that would be a really nice, like, rather than doing the crisp basic white, will I have enough for my card bases? Yes, I think I will have enough for both, because I've got a full pack, and this will create 4 bases in each one. And it means that I can just cut all of it together. So that's what we'll be doing together in our members page, doing all of our love it, chop it. Yes, I need to order another Secret C base, because, yeah, that was our last one that we used. And look at that. I think that looks really, really good. I love it. And it's going to come up really nice. Hello. Thank you. Well, yeah, we just were chatting away. We were using our, you missed our stamp positioner tool epiphany. We had a very big moment there where we're like, oh my goodness, I can move my paper. I can move my paper. Oh my goodness. I couldn't move my paper before, could I? It was like, yeah, so random how our brains just think we have to move the hinge. And it's like, actually, I just do this. And I love that one of you asked, why are you moving your paper? It's just like we're so not used to being able to do it. Yes, I feel like it would have been like, oof, too much. And it just goes so nicely with it. And if you are doing this as a one-off card, like 100% put a piece of paper here. Like, just take it to that next level, or even do, you know, some scrappy strip on the inside. Have another whole layer of scrappy strip here. This is the very thing that makes our cards, our handmade cards, go to the next level, is that we can do more even on the inside when it's all connected like that. It just, chef's kiss. Love it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to put a couple of little bronze pentagons on here. And like I said, not everyone will be able to get a bronze pentagon, but the earlier you order, then the more chance you have of a bronze pentagon, okay? You're going to be best in best dressed for a bronze pentagon. So we'll pop them here like so. And I always love to do 2 and then 1. And I can do like the smaller or the bigger, whatever I prefer down the bottom. It's really not going to make a huge difference. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want it to be nice and petite and not too much. But I think that has come up really nice. And I was surprised by these pentagon sizes. When I got the oval shapes, there was some oval ones, and I'm like, ooh, I don't think I'm going to be able to use them the same way that I use my other embellishments. And I wasn't able to use them the same way. But these pentagons, amazing. They're just like using round, but they just give it a totally gorgeous, you can say this is kind of a masculine card, but it's also very clean, very simple, very crisp. And if you wanted to make it more feminine, you can do that very easily and just changing it up. But this is a great, fantastic masculine card, I would say. And we all need to see masculine cards. So, yeah, I think it's a great way of using this paper. But I'm definitely going to use that other side, because when we used the press and seal, like how gorgeous was this colouring? So just remember, you got your other side as well. So I've taken a photo of that, and I just think that looks absolutely gorgeous as well. So yeah, lots of fun. Remember Scrappy strips. Scrappy strips don't have to be small. They look fantastic small, but I think they look fantastic larger too. And like I said, you can have it in different angles. And it's a great way, like I cut all mine up, but it's a fantastic way to use your scraps. You can do it with cardstock. Grab all your cardstock and we'll do a Scrappy strip day with all of our spare cardstock. How much spare stuff have we got there? So yeah. Oh, you just made it, Marsha. We're going to be jumping on to our members only now and doing some more customer cards together. So we're going to just do this this many times. So you can come and join us for probably another 2-hour episode. We'll grab a beveragino and we'll have some fun and chatting over on our members page, and you can join us there to do some customer cards. I'm going to pop this video on our Crazy Crafters page and also our VOP page. Just so that we can do a bit of behind the scenes. So, and I might even actually pop it on our product of the month group, mainly just to introduce them a bit about me and what we do behind the scenes. So if you do want to go and get a little freebie, hint, hint, go over to the product of the month group, because I'll pop it on there just so that people can get a little bit of an idea of what we're about, because we've got, I think, 2,500 people on there now. So if you know any friends that you think would like the product of the month group, because the next one that we're going to be doing is that gorgeous paper that is like, oh my goodness, Stampin' Up, please don't just give us one. Please let us do the whole, let us order more than one, please, of this item. And I'm not a pink girl, but I am really, really loving this paper. Like, can you see this being done with the Scrappy strip that we just did? Breathtaking. Can I just say breathtaking? So just this month, if you spend $125 here in Australia, it's only going to cost you $9, and it's a full pack. It's the usual pack size. It's over $20 to buy a normal pack this size. So don't miss out on the product of the month, because you'll be kicking yourself when you see it being used and you'll be like, can I get it? Well, no, because it's sold out. I really feel like this will be the first one that sells out. And just remember, the previous one is still available, but don't miss out, because honestly, those sentiments, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So if we go to, I think we can go home on the page, that one, and we go customer view, and then I can show you exactly where you can see everything. Yes, okay. Now I can share screen. So if you have a look on here, it will have the little banner of what you can do. So this is where you can join. We've also got some last chance products here that have just come live. So for those of you that are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we will be doing another little clear out together just to see what is current, but also don't miss out on things that maybe you didn't realise are going. We've got the Lovely Blossoms craft class that Stampin' Up! Are bringing out, and they have reduced the price. Bravo. Thank you. Remember, you can redeem your bonus points, so make sure that you use those vouchers that you've all got from last month. And here is our product of the month. So let's click on this. And so this is the February product of the month, this first one. The second one here, the Fabulous Sayings Polymer set here. Oh my goodness, those sentiments, amazing. So don't miss out on that, but you're going to have to place an order. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can actually get 2 in 1 month. Does anyone know about that? Whether you can only get the one, but if you haven't had previous ones, do you get access? I think you can only get 1 a month. But you can only get that item once too. So it's not like, I don't think you can accumulate and then get all of these other ones here. So yeah, it's a 1 a month thing. So you are quite restricted, which means, yeah, if you can place that order once a month, you know, get over the 125, and then you can collect these items that are valued at over $20. Like this stamp set here, I think we'd probably pay $25 to $30 for this stamp set. You're getting it for $9. So really, really good options there. So that is it, my friends. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for jumping on. Which one would Kath like? I did 2 orders to get 2 packets. Oh, that's good. So maybe, I think maybe the workaround that Paper Hugs probably did was checking out, oh no, you do need to actually be signed up. So I think you probably had 2 different accounts maybe. That's how you got, yeah. But you can place 3 orders and get one of the 3. Okay, good. Thank you, Bruno. So 3 orders within that month, but not in 1 order. So you couldn't go to like 250 and then choose 2. That's probably, yeah, so you might have to do 3 different orders because, you know, I'm all about saving money on postage too. I'm like, can I save money on delivery? I think Kath would really like the stamp set, Jessie. I think Kathy would really like the stamp set. But that paper is actually really beautiful. It's really nice. This has 3 sheets of each design. Yay! That's what we like. Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me, and I will just do a quick refresh, get everything ready, and for those of you that are our members or on our Product of the Month group, make sure you go and sign up on there, and our beautiful VIP members who are those that shop with us, then you can join and catch up with our members as well. But remember, the members content, there's the beautiful Cute as a Bug class that's sitting there waiting for you, and anything that we've ever done, anything before this moment, you will have access to. I would dare say we're getting into the hundreds of videos now, so you'll have access to everything that's ever been done. Even little videos that we did with Bella when we went to the beach, and oh, there's so many nice things there. Little behind the scenes of trips that we've done. You can even watch our epic journey from across Melbourne to Perth. Brenda did some videos based on our little travels that we did together. So there's lots of great content, and you can just watch it for a month and then finish the subscription. So there's a lot of fantastic things on there to watch. Yeah. Thank you, Nicole. I'm glad you're getting all the updates. It's brilliant. Anyway, we shall see you very soon. Thank you for joining us, and have an awesome week ahead. But we may see you on the next video for a custom card making and over on the Product of the Month group. So that would be wonderful. Ciao for now, everyone. Have a good week. Bye.